Welcome home, Raiders. Tonight, we have got a bunch of spooky stuff, and we have got a bunch of stuff about Halloween as well. As Convert to Raid presents the BattleNet News. Everybody, welcome to the show. I didn't know exactly where that intro was going until I knew. From the CTR Command Post. That's what I'm going to call it now. I'm going to call this place the Command Post. From the capital city of California. Today is October 9th, 2018. It is now 7:19 Pacific. It seems so weird. Thanks for joining us from around the Blizzard universe. And hello, my name is Pat Krane. I am your host for this show. And the players are also here. And they are on a totally different coast. It's weird. I know. I am living this too. From Lagging Balls, we'll get to our first person. It is Thorn. Hello, Thorn.
Oh, hello there. And welcome. If you see me while scrolling, you have been visited by the trumpet skeleton of the abyss. Good bones and calcium will come to you, but only if you comment. Thank you, Mr. Skeleton.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that at all. Also, with us from Lagging Balls and from BattleNet Sports and other places. You know her. It's Thyst. Hello, Thyst.
Are you insinuating that I get around, Pat? Because I don't appreciate that.
Well, you were on 3 different podcasts last week or whatever it was.
Yes, I know. I do get around. And congratulations on your command post, standing proud and tall, erect as ever.
I thought command post was kind of nice because it's kind of like this is a rental, so I'm only going to be here for a little bit. I'm not going to be here forever. So it's just a nice little.
Own the command post.
It's like a nice little post, just where you're here for a little bit and then you move on.
I like it.
It's not a command center. It's not a full. It's not a full command center, but it's a little command post. So
absolutely.
I thought that.
Congratulations.
Was nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome, friends. Welcome everybody in Twitch. Welcome to all you guys who are listening abroad or away from this live show. Thank you for joining us as always. We do have quite a bit to talk about, and including a bunch of BlizzCon hype.
Hype. Sorry.
Yes.
Hype.
And much more. We're going to get you kind of ready for BlizzCon, and we have also got some stuff for those guys who may be feeling like me, a little behind. I'm feeling
You're feeling a little behind?
I'm feeling
right now?
Not my own.
Right this moment?
Nope.
Oh.
Instead, I'm just
really?
I'm feeling a little left out of some of the fun of World of Warcraft, and I know that some of you guys may be as well. So we've got kind of some ideas for that stuff, I think. I don't know.
All kinds of ideas.
Yeah. And we've got some Halloween stuff to talk about.
Ooh.
It's pretty good.
Ooh.
Yes. But first, before we do that, let's talk a little bit to you guys and figure out what's been going on. Thorn, it's been a while since we've chatted.
Yes.
What's happening?
Congratulations on your move.
Thank you.
Welcome to California.
Yeah.
From those who are in California, it was not me.
Right, exactly. You're over the other coast. Welcome to California. Well, you're all the way. You're 3,000 miles away or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
What's been going on with you?
A lot of Overwatch, a little bit of Minecraft out of nowhere. Some of the raid team decided to go kind of nuts on that this weekend, which was kind of funny. I guess because we wanted more time to hang out as some of the raid team bros. So that's a thing now, apparently, once in a while on the side. Kind of strange. Otherwise, working on both Warlock specs for raiding.
Oh, that's right.
What I mean by both is Destruction and Affliction. However, I'm looking to dabble in Demonology.
Oh, we'll gotcha. What are the parses like for Warlocks right now? I know Affliction is number 1 as far as what I saw on Warcraft logs.
You know, I haven't looked in a bit.
Okay.
But last time I did check, Affliction was out in front.
Yep.
But they were all competitive.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons I went Warlock to begin with this expansion, because they just, you know, sky's the limit, all options open. We are a heroic raiding team, but we are not, you know, crazy mythic hardcore whatever where I need to be parsing at the very top of everything or I'm off the team. Plus I'm GM of the guild, which is also kind of good for securing your own spot, you know.
Right. Yes. Hey guys, if you ever want to play whatever you want to play, be the raid leader, and then then you're good. Yeah. And the other ones that are kind of some of the other DPS, but I was looking on Warcraft logs this week because I was kind of like wondering if I might want to change it up a little bit this expansion, since I am already behind. I mean, I don't feel like there's a ton of pressure for me to raid anymore. So because it's not happening anytime soon, unless I get as I was talking about before I took off for my cross country trip. I was talking about me being a hard carry. I'm still a hard carry for a lot lot of things.
Hard carry Krane.
And so yeah, that would be the only way that I'm going to raid in anytime soon, is if somebody goes, you know what, I have pity for you. Why don't you come with us and die right away on the beginning of every boss and collect loot at the end? I'd be like, okay.
So many people pity you. It'll be easy.
Well, you jerk. You jerk. So anyway, I was looking on Warcraft logs, and it looks like all the rogue specs are really great. It looks like Warlock is doing really well. It looks like Hunter's doing pretty good. And I'm sure DH is always kind of in the mix.
Very helpful.
And then like everything else is kind of scattered to the winds, with Shaman and Shadow Priest kind of like bummed out. And
so that tells me be ranged or be jumpy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So
scientific terms.
Right. Very scientific. It's crazy. Yeah. So,
I mean, the good news is, Pat, you know some people, right? Who
yeah.
might just be in that position pretty soon. So I bet you can probably figure it out.
Yeah. No. I'm not worried about me. I mean, I know that I could probably hook it up somewhere and like jump into a raid and go do stuff. So I'm not too concerned about that. I don't want to be a burden on people.
Oh, you're never a burden.
So that's why I'm trying to work on my comedy, really, so that when I jump into raid night, I can be funny at least. I'll be dying, but I'll be funny. So I'm writing one-liners for when I die, and as soon as I get all those done,
you may be dying, but at least you'll be slaying them.
That's right. But as soon as I get all those written down, then I'll be hitting people up for the hard carry.
God, no.
What are you leaning toward, though? What are you feeling like?
I'm still thinking Druid, but it's only because I have the Druid already at 120, and that's on both Horde and Alliance. I have them on 120. I was just so driven to get it done, and then as soon as I got it done on both sides, I was like, don't have to do this for a while. And then I moved, and now I moved into this new place, and I'm like, I really don't want to do another 10 levels.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Well, Feral's probably not the way to go.
No. It would be balance.
So it's boom or bust, bro.
Yeah, balance or resto, and either way, it would be tough because I wouldn't be able to really participate very well right now. So I don't know.
We will carry you. It's fine. We'll do it.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thyst, what have you been up to over the last week or so in the gaming realm of things?
Well, just playing WoW, just playing Overwatch, as I do.
Yeah.
You and I played some Overwatch.
Yep.
at one point.
Sure did.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was
it was a good time.
That was a good time. We played until about midnight my time, so it was like, what, 8 o'clock in the morning your time, something like that?
Something like that, yeah. No, it was good. I'm such a good Moira. I'm such a good diva. And I'm so mediocre on everything else. But like on those two characters, like I like sometimes I just sit back and think about how good I am and just like, yeah, like I'm just so good.
I really am that good.
Yeah, I just really, really am.
Right.
A lot of the time I'm like, oh, I wish I had been streaming so I could like watch my entire like night again and just like marvel at how friggin' good I am.
You don't actually have to stream to record yourself. You could just record your stream, or you could just record and not stream it, and then go back to it, and then the next day you could say, "Oh my gosh, look how good I am! Look at these moves."
I mean, I do that anyway, but if I was streaming, then people could watch me, while I'm watching me.
Right. Oh no, you know what you could do? You could record it. You could record it, and then you could do a watch back, and then you could put yourself down in the little corner. And then you could stream that. Then you could stream that. Whoa. It would be like your reaction to your play, and then you'd be like, "Oh my god, this is so cool, guys!"
I could send my video of me watching my own video, reacting to my own video to Jane, and then he could critique me critiquing myself.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Gameception.
Gameception, y'all.
Yes.
That's what that is.
And since Jane and I are both Canadian, it would be like we're all the one and the same, because I'm basically related to everybody from my own country.
Sure. Oh, and by the way, to all the Canadians out there, happy belated Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So there. That's all I got. You got Monday off.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yay. This is so fun.
And if you work for a place that lets you off for government holidays here, then you might have gotten Columbus Day off here in the States.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was also Monday.
That's right. That's right. Double holiday. Look at that.
Who is Columbus?
Christopher.
He is a television lawyer.
Yeah.
A little on the older side. Yeah. But he's really, really good at solving cases.
And he's also good at Sonic, which people don't know. He's really good at Sonic. Yeah.
Wow. All of them?
He streams on the weekend.
That's quite wow. All right. Good holiday.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
He also directed Home Alone.
Really? Whoa.
I like that
one. I love that movie.
I like that one.
Only 1 and 2, though. The other ones are absolutely terrible. Just rubbish.
The first one was the only way to go. All right.
But when's the second one? Lost in New York? I get lost in New York all the time.
Okay, we're moving on.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm giving up right now. Once again, welcome everybody to the Broken Show already. And I do want to get to the news. We actually have another segment coming up, so there's not going to be any. There's not going to be any top 10 this week. There's not going to be a time walking thing this week. Sorry, you're expecting that. I know, but we'll just still try to help you out here as we move along. But first, let's get to the news. And we're going to start with some kind of big Blizzard news stuff that happened this last week. And the first thing up is that Mike Morhaime is stepping down. And
no.
Now, well, don't worry about it, because J. Allen Brack, who has been the executive producer for World of Warcraft, he's actually going to be stepping in. I've met him a couple of times at BlizzCon and stuff like that, and he's a very nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
I do believe his name is pronounced Jab.
Jab.
Like jab.
Right.
Jab,
right. Right.
Like judo jab. Yeah. Right. I've been assured that like all of this is on the up and up. It's been in the works for a little bit. Everybody who's moving into another role is very well suited for that role. And like you said, like Jab is an excellent replacement. Is replacement the right word? Successor?
Successor, I think.
That sounds better.
Sounds more formal anyway.
Yeah. But Daddy Morhaime is going to stay on as an advisor. And I think that, that's probably the best case scenario. If this is, if Mike Morhaime has to retire, that's probably best case scenario, because like at least, his mark will still be on everything, like if he's advising the company on stuff, like his spirit and the way he looks at the company and things like that is still there. And I think that's very important. And I know that J. Allen Brack like has all of the same values and stuff that Mike Morhaime has for the company, just like diversity and inclusion and all that stuff. So
I'm just really gonna miss Mike, because one of the especially coming up here in about a month, because I'm guessing he's not going to be a part of the keynote where he says, "Welcome everybody to BlizzCon," and then everybody claps. I mean, he kind of sounds like a gnome. I'm not going to lie.
That was a perfect impression.
That was a perfect Mike Morhaime.
Really good job.
Right there. He goes, "Hey everybody, welcome to BlizzCon 2018." That's what he would say, but he's not going to be there. Instead, it's going to be J. Allen Brack or Jab.
I think I hope he's going to be there. Like I said on LB the other day, like if they do some kind of like video montage of Mike Morhaime set to freaking Sarah McLachlan, I will remember you. Like the tears, man. Like it's not going to be cool. And then like he's going to like come out on stage, but like on like wires, just like floating in with like a lot of dry ice.
Right.
Something like that.
I think it'll be. I think he will. Well, number one, he will be there. He's not going to miss out on the StarCraft tournament for sure. So he will be there. And my guess is that he will definitely be interviewed for the virtual ticket. So if you guys have the virtual ticket, there will probably be an extensive talk with Mike Morhaime about all things Blizzard. So, I mean...
Hey, did they finish the Build-A-Panel yet? Because maybe we can vote him on.
Ooh.
Yes. Everybody vote now.
Vote now.
Vote now. But yeah, that's... he's like he's like the celebrity I want to meet most in the whole world, And
you haven't met him?
No. Maybe it's for the...
He's one of the nicest guys. Of course,
I know that's what everybody says.
Well, I could say that about just about everybody over at Blizzard that I've met. Like one of the nicest guys. One of the nicest guys. But they're all over at Blizzard. So I don't know. Everybody
at Blizzard is really nice.
I'm sick of it. I want there to be a big jerk working at Blizzard that I can just say, "Brr,"
it's that guy's fault.
You're the problem. But I can't because I like them all.
No, that's true.
It's a bummer.
If only there were a fictitious person who worked there but didn't actually work there.
How about Jim Jibberjabber? Jim Jibberjabber, he's a real jerk. He's... I don't know. Trying to make up a name.
It's actually Greg Street's son, Billy Street. He's Billy the new... He's the new whipping boy.
Billy Street, yeah. Way to go.
Way to go,
Billy Street.
Way to go, Billy Street. I don't know. Needs some work. Well, no.
Apologies to anybody named Billy Street.
right, exactly. But
we don't mean to pick on you, man.
But Jim Jibberjabber, he is a real jerk. So
he really is.
He doesn't work.
They hang out together. Though. That's the problem.
He doesn't work. He doesn't work at Blizzard though. Not yet. Maybe one day.
Billy does that. Met Billy.
All right. So anyway, there was yes. So that is a thing. Let's talk a little bit more about BlizzCon though.
Okay.
Are you guys planning anything for BlizzCon?
I'm planning to go to it.
Okay. Are you planning any events around it?
I'm
that you can tell people
planning about? I'm planning a hug party that I'm sending with fists for when she runs into Mike Morhaime, and she's gonna lay it on him for me.
Oh,
like
wow.
This.
Nice.
Come to me, Daddy Morhaime.
Nice.
Do you think he'd adopt me?
I don't know.
I mean, he's got the time now.
Right.
I do require a lot of supervision.
True. Well, so there are a couple of things that I want to tell you guys about BlizzCon.
Oh, no.
No. They're all good things. Don't worry
okay.
Good. So first thing is that if you have the virtual ticket or a regular ticket, BlizzCon merch is going on sale on October 11th. That's Thursday. I know.
That's so soon.
I know.
Why do they always do this to us? Side note, why do they always do this to us? We're freaking broke trying to save for BlizzCon, and they go and lay all these awesome sales on us just in time for us to not have the money for it because we're saving for BlizzCon.
Right. I mean, they're launching this on my anniversary. Don't they know that I have to buy my wife a gift, and I can't buy her Blizzard stuff because she doesn't play? So... You know.
But Pat, don't you know that all that Blizzard stuff is high quality material?
It is high quality material. And by the way, I saw some of the stuff, and like the Hearthstone backpack looks really cool.
That thing is amazing.
The Genji and Hanzo jacket.
The old switcheroo, Pat.
I know, it's a double-sided jacket. It's weird. So if you get dirty
get those for you and for her, and then you guys can wear them together. It'll be so cute.
And then you can switch them up.
Like jogging stuff,
Oh yeah,
it's like, hey baby, do you want to be Hanzo or Genji today?
Right.
You know I don't mind.
Right.
Let's mix up our dragons, see what happens.
Wow.
Do you need a healing?
Mada, baby.
And then there were some other things too. What else was in that in the stuff that's going to be on sale on Thursday? There's a Diablo jacket thingy. There's
a really stylistic like little figurines. There's a Sarfang one and there's a dog one. Yeah,
that's
those are really cool.
That's right.
They look like cartoons.
Yeah, Greymane and Sourfang. So that's pretty cool. Also the Sylvanas and Anduin heroic hoodies. Kind of looks like armor a little bit.
Just a little.
One of those is cool.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
One of those is cool. It's probably the Alliance, though. You're probably hiding.
No, that one is not good.
You're probably hiding your allegiance. I know that's what you're doing.
I don't think so.
And some other stuff. So that's pretty cool, and that's all coming up on Thursday. So that's great. I like that. And that goes along with the new Snowball. And I got to bring this up because Snowball is so amazing. The new Snowball thingy that you can buy. It's levitating.
Yeah,
it's like a levitating statue of.
It's like a levitating Tamagotchi. Like its eyes are like digital.
Yeah.
And it looks like to me, it looks like a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
But it is really cool because it levitates, and thank goodness it's USB powered. Sorry, I hiccuped. It's USB
Are you
powered.
drunk?
No, I'm literally just so full of energy drink.
Just leftover from Brewfest.
Right. So.
But yeah, so when the power goes out, and hopefully your Snowball won't sacrifice himself to bring the power back on.
Oh man, no!
Why was that so sad? By the way,
It was
just
so
a robot
sad.
shutting down. You can start back up again.
It was so.
Why did
sad.
I almost cry?
So sad.
Snowball, we did it.
What do you mean
Snowball?
almost? I was blubbering like a fool.
Every time, man.
Every time.
Every freaking time. Like that whole thing just makes me cry.
Every time.
Even the funny parts, I'm just like, it's so funny.
Because I know what's coming up and I know it's going to be sad. And so I start crying. I like pre-cry now when I see it.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm going to cry right now. I'm literally crying on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm going to pre.
Totally
going to do it.
Totally going to pre.
Just gonna.
Yep.
Just going to send it.
Right.
Also,
for more BlizzCon stuff, let's go back to BlizzCon stuff because that's what we were talking about.
We never left.
Also, for BlizzCon, they have, if you have the virtual ticket, and even if you don't, even if you just kind of want to check it out and see what's going on, or maybe you're going to BlizzCon, it doesn't matter. You can get a virtual ticket BlizzCon. What is it? Virtual ticket viewing party kit.
Woo!
And I don't know if you guys have taken a look at this.
Well, I'm glad I have not taken a look at that. I'm glad to hear it because we were talking about what to do, for our Discord and for the community, for all of us who are watching on the virtual ticket. So yeah. I think it's pretty cool that they put together a party kit because that's, like I will be watching alone.
Right.
So I can get a kit and put all kinds of fun things around me and then put a camera on it and then share that with everybody else.
So in the kit, there's actually a bunch of different recipes for food stuff that you may want to try out.
That's awesome.
And let's see. Some of the food stuff is cheddar beard dip, buzzard bites, spicy vegetable chips, emergency coolant, and more. Next Ramos nachos. I don't know.
None of that sounds good to me.
The nachos sound pretty good. Not gonna lie.
You know what I love when you're sitting in BlizzCon and you want food and you have to sort of square yourself up and just say, okay, I don't want to go outside because it's hot out there and the sun is shining. And that scares me.
Right.
So I'm going to stay here in this super dark area of the convention center and spend about 40 minutes in line for a hot pretzel.
That's right. But you make friends that way. That's always cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But on top of all the food stuff, then they also have an art section where you can try doodling some of the different characters and stuff like that. They'll show you kind of step by step how to draw a Murloc.
That's fun.
Or whatever.
I love the way Blizzard encourages and inspires people artists, they're always sharing people's fan art and stuff like that. I really love it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then esports brackets, they have trivia, a bunch of trivia stuff, BlizzCon bingo, all that kind of stuff. So it's actually pretty cool. Go check it out. Even if you're not
Spotify playlist in here too.
Even if you're not going to the show, who cares? Even if you don't have the virtual ticket, it doesn't matter. You can play along with the I like the trivia. I'm trying to scroll down, but all those brackets. Man, there are a bunch of brackets.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of esports
now
this year.
Here's an easy BlizzCon trivia question for you guys.
Okay.
Here it is. This cosplay featuring one of Azeroth's favorite gnolls won best costume at BlizzCon last year, 2017. You know who it was?
I know who that was. I knew who that actually was.
What was the character?
It was Hogger.
Yeah.
But wasn't it just the most amazing thing
awesome.
I've ever seen?
So awesome.
And the coolest part was the way that they were sharing its progress before BlizzCon, so you could actually see it being built. Oh.
Bonus to this question though is who was the person in the suit? What's her name?
Oh! I know her name. Was she was at the BlizzCon? Not the BlizzCon. She was at the CTR party, wasn't she?
Yes,
she was.
She's a CTR guild member.
Does that mean you kind of you got some credit there?
That means that the entire guild won as well. Yeah.
Oh, totally. It's a win for the whole guild.
Right. No, it was Kaz, our good friend Kaz. So
yes, Kaz.
And so it was really great to see her win. Super awesome.
I'm disappointed that I didn't remember that.
So, but there's a bunch of different trivia questions. My God, there's pages and pages of trivia questions.
That's awesome. On
all the different games. So it's really great. And then also today, this is kind of more of a personal thing. I also put together some artwork for some pins and, well, it's actually little buttons. So little tiny buttons. If you come up and see me, I shall have tiny buttons until they're gone.
Pat's got tiny buttons, everyone.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Now you know.
So,
are you gonna make me carry all the buttons around?
Sure.
I feel like you're gonna make me do that.
Sure, of course.
I'm gonna have all these sacks of buttons.
That's the way it's gonna.
As a podcaster who gives out buttons every year, let me just give you a piece of advice. People do not like it when you put the buttons on them yourself.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Just give them the buttons.
No.
Don't touch with your hands.
And make sure that the buttons are always closed, because you don't want.
Because when you dip into your button sack, you don't want to get
you don't want to get jabbed.
No, unless Jab wants to jab you, in which case you will get jabbed.
Wow.
There you go.
I would, if it was my time to go, I'd be give me a jab from Jab and let me wrestle Jeff to death. It's fine. I had a good run.
All right.
Had a good life. It's fine.
Sure.
Fresh to death or fresh to Jeff?
Fresh to Jeff. Combo breaker.
All right. See, now when I invite both the Lagging Balls people onto the show, I have a different expectation of the show. Not that it's bad. This is not a judgment call. I just expect it to be different. And
why do people always say that to us?
And so
this
far,
is not a judgment call,
living up to expectations. All right, here we go. So now, is there anything else for BlizzCon that you guys are really looking forward to? Anything that you're you're hopeful about, any hopes and dreams of what this is going to be like. I mean, because we are 3 weeks away. Three weeks?
Yes, I am trying to formalize some plans for online viewing for real. So I do have high hopes for that.
Okay.
I need to get my story straight on that, and I will report back with details another time on our mutual Discords, I'm sure.
Okay.
So
all right.
I will be announcing that elsewhere for those of us who are watching from elsewhere, so we can all do so together in good company.
Yes.
And I plan on being somewhere at some point in time and telling people about it so that they may also be at that place.
Okay.
That's all I've got so far.
Sweet.
Wait, has it changed from behind the dumpster behind the Denny's?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
There was also a meeting there, but it had nothing to do with BlizzCon. And they were really keen on me joining, but I had to decline.
Right. Nope. That's understandable.
Dirty Mike and the boys were...
It was a Dirty Pete?
Pete.
Patrick?
No. Nope. It was not a Patrick.
Like a Papa Cool Down.
No.
Something like that.
No,
something weird.
No,
like a dumpster diving, like dumpster crane, something like I don't know.
Dumpster crane.
A hard carry party.
Yeah, the hard carry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that you and I, Pat, can spend a lot of quality time together, like the whole time.
And I hope for that too. I know that there's going to be a lot of action going on, a lot of guildies to meet up with again and to say hello to, and like your team, whoever's coming from your team, your raid team. I know that I met those guys last year. I would love to see them again.
They touched you in lots of places.
In
you remember
many different
different
venues. Yeah, it was
like outside the Hilton at like 3 a.m. One of them lifted up your shirt to see your abs. Remember that?
Not really. I it was a long night. No, but I mean, like lots of people to meet, and I'm super excited to hang out with everybody again and stay up way too late and never sleep. Essentially,
yeah, no sleep.
It'll be great. And this year, no CTR party, so I won't have that to be in the way of me talking to everybody. So that'll be kind of an interesting thing as well. Although I'll miss that. True. I'll miss that to a certain extent.
Me too. So, that was a fun party to go to, especially since I didn't have to do anything personally.
It's always good. All right. So that is. I'm so psyched. 3 weeks. All right. We got to move on. And so let's move on to World of Warcraft news.
A clever strategy.
Wait, that was a little low here. Let's
roll.
There we go. Thanks, Jen. This week in World of Warcraft, everything is going to be kind of a little bit, I mean, as far as the news goes, not super hard hitting. Right?
Not until Thursday, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's going to be more stuff coming up, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I mean, not like the build up to BlizzCon is real. So they're going to keep their best secrets. They're going to keep their best little, unmentionables. Actually, they're not unmentionables. They're just secrets.
Wait, what?
They're going to keep their secrets hidden for a little bit longer. But we do have some stuff coming up. Like this week in WoW, LFR Wing 3 is now available. So
Wing 3?
Mithrax
arguably
and
the most
Gahoon.
exciting one.
Gahoon. So I have a question for you guys on this, because I am casual now, forcibly turned casual because of the move. What should people expect from Mithrax and Gahoon? Even on LFR mode, what kind of stuff do we have to do?
Hey, Mithrax is great fun for everyone at the same time. So basically, so I haven't done it on LFR, so I don't know what's different than normal or heroic. But the gist is, Mithrax is a man who lives in a hole.
Okay.
And you have to jump into the hole after you. Well,
careful.
It's true though. He lives in a hole. You jump in the hole. We recommend dismissing your pets before you jump in the hole and re-missing them when you get to the bottom.
Summoning them.
Dismiss and
yes.
right, whatever.
Right.
There you go.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I'm dumb. But so you get into the hole, and so he's like holding a squid or like an octopus, something like that, and he's got a tail, and he's really tall, and you have to watch out for his beam. His beam will mess you up. So you just have to make sure that you always keep an eye on like where he's facing, because he's just gonna send it, you know, and
he's just gonna send it.
He's gonna send it, and you don't want to be standing in it. But in the meantime, there's going to be like these circles on the ground, and if you get caught in one, you're going to be charmed and you won't be able to do anything. And your team members literally have to shoot you with their own spells to get you out. And if you've got one team member on one side of you and one team member on the other side of you, and they're both shooting, you're not going anywhere. You're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to the right. Oh, I'm going to the left, but I still can't move. So can somebody please stop shooting me so one can shoot me out one way, and then somebody comes up behind me.
Can I interject here just for a second?
Yes.
This is like a 5-year-old telling me what is going on in the game, because I am so trying to follow what you're saying, and I'm distracted completely. And I think maybe for me, what I need to do is I need to play some happy music behind it.
Oh, okay.
Just because I think that would increase on the fun aspect of it a little bit for me.
Did you just call me a 5-year-old?
No.
Oh, I said it's like.
Yeah, it's
similar to. It's in the same.
Because you're talking about going in a hole, jumping out of beams, shooting your teammates. I don't understand.
Right, they have to shoot you.
Okay, so all right, so let's
anyway, so then you get stuff. 2 people get stuff on them at the same time, and you have to run it out like usual. And then. So you got to deal with that, you know, like you just have to keep dealing with it. And then there's like green balls on the floor. And if you get like tons of stacks, you got to grab them, but not all of them, Pat, because they're limited, you know, like there's only a few. So anyway, in the second phase, you had to fight like a big ad, and you also have to fight like reflections of everybody in the raid, and then you have to like make sure that you're not standing in puddles because you can't get out because people have to shoot you, and then you have to ask people to shoot you, and they're like, no, I don't want to, it's fine. And then Mithrax turns purplish black, and then you can't tell if his front is his back or his back is his front because he's holding a squid, but he's also got a tail and it's hard to see. Plus the camera's all wonky because you're in a hole, Pat. And I don't think I mentioned that, but you're in a hole and the camera's all wonky. So you have to like watch out because he'll shoot his beam at you, Pat. And then that's it. Like there's only 2 phases.
Shoot his beam at you while you're in a hole. Got it.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
I got it.
You're still gonna send it.
And his backside is his front side, and his front side is his rear. So
I'm just saying it can get confusing because it's a very chaotic fight. But once you get it down, it is actually very fun.
Okay.
And the mechanics are like shooting your friends out of a circle. Like that's cool. You know, like I can't think of anything like that really. And I love these. The thing I love most about Aldir is these fun, fresh, like new, inventive mechanics. I love it.
Sure. Well, I look forward to wiping on this in LFR for the first week. So
it should be great.
I mean, it sounds pretty amazing.
It'll be very interesting for LFR, that's for sure.
So Thorn, maybe you could help me out here with Gahoon. I don't know why I always have to pronounce it like that, but it's Gahoon.
That's how it's pronounced.
It's more funny that way.
How do you actually spell that? It is actually G
apostrophe Huun.
Yeah.
So
I think it's actually pronounced.
So Gahoon's another super interesting fight. Like right along with what Thyst was saying with the interesting mechanics. Okay, Gahoon is a centralized area with 2 hallways down the side edges, down the edges of the room. And basically, you have to split the team into multiple groups because people have to run these gauntlets on the side, and basically they have to carry these balls from one side of the room to the other, deposit them in order to move the fight along. So you have to have people in order to do that. Yes, because kind of. But like there are things down that hallway that want to hold you back and slow you down. And so if you have things like, for example, I play Affliction spec in this fight because I can dot up that whole hallway, and then people can just run right. So it's a nice, easy way to get them down that hallway. In the meantime, in the middle, all hell's breaking loose. There's about 1 billion of these like worm type things that are coming up out of the ground, and there's a like the boss comes out during the hallway phases, so you have to fight him and kite him around, and then people are getting these debuffs on them that explode after a few seconds, so they have to run it out of the groups and go explode off to the side. Right. And so it's adds like crazy, and there's this crazy ball mechanic that you have to run down these gauntlet hallways, which is pretty fun. So there's a lot of team.
There's at least 2 golden showers.
Yes.
Literally, and you have to stand
right down the middle.
All right.
And sometimes rocks, like at one point, all these rocks fall from the ceiling.
That's right.
Interesting.
Cahoon basically looks like a cat's butt until it like jumps out of the wall, and then he looks like a giant slug.
All right.
It's true.
All right.
That's a really good description.
Okay.
That's not the best description I have, but it's the one I'm going to use on this show.
And Kilmernock in chat says Thorn working on the ball theme, staying on brand. So you're staying on brand. Way to go.
Thanks,
congratulations.
Pat. Appreciate you setting me up for that.
Both of you guys are. It's
hey,
that's pretty great. It's pretty great. All right. So here is my takeaway from your descriptions of the upcoming fights for those guys that are facing this in LFR. Maybe watch a video. Okay, moving on.
I'm shook right now.
Other things
I'm
that
not sure they need much more. I think we're good.
One of the things that I kind of want to ask you about, because I saw it on the stuff that's happening for this week, right? I mean, we've got the Horde is in control of Arathi right now, so they've got all their quests going on. We've got World Quest bonus event. Yeah, that's other stuff that's going on this week. But one of the things that is going on is the call to arms stuff, and this is for World PvP essentially. And this week it's call to arms in Nazmir. And Thyst, I know that you do a lot of PvP, and you also do a lot of World PvP. So does something like this speak to you in particular? And do a lot of people participate that you're aware of, or how does it go?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an interesting sort of not phenomena, but it kind of turns that particular what are they called? Like provinces, state? It's like an island,
regions,
like
yeah,
zone, region.
Zone.
It turns that zone kind of into its own giant battleground, you know.
Yeah.
And I say that because obviously people want to go and get their kills and get their bounties and stuff like that. And so obviously they'll make like great big like PvP parties, and they'll utilize looking for group and stuff like that too. So you can go like what I usually like to do is like I will set up a flight path, and on my way there I will join a group so that when I get there, I can see on my map where my group is, and then very quickly, because I've got war mode on, fly over to where they are, run over to where they are, and then you're safe, depending on what you're up against at that point. But it does make things a little bit more difficult if you say just want to go and quest in Nazmir and you happen to have war mode on, and you maybe don't realize that there's a call to arms there at that particular moment in time, and then you will come across a giant group of people trying to kill you, and it's just something to be aware of if you're somebody with war mode on. But
sure.
Yeah, just
make
check
sure,
real quick.
Be aware of where the call to arms is. Everybody.
Yeah.
But is it? But it's working well, and people seem to be really enjoying this type of thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like it was one of the first things in BFA that I really, really enjoyed doing, and just the thrill of running through a zone in a giant group of your own faction and like hunting people down. It is indescribably cool, especially if you're listening to really loud metal music or something like that, and you're just like, yeah. And then like you've got people like there'll be like a core group running around just like mowing down anybody in your path, but then there'll be like other people like at different flight paths or points or whatever, and they'll be like, oh dude, there's a bunch of people over here, and then all of a sudden your entire group like turns on its tail and like runs the other way. It feels it feels like World of Warcraft, you know? It's like, yes, I'm playing with millions of people, not, you know, technically, but millions of people are playing. It feels like I'm playing like in a world with other people in it, and like the whole like red versus blue thing is very real, and you know, like your emotions are going and your immersion is high, and it's really cool. Like if you haven't tried it, you know, just like there's no harm really in joining a giant group of like a 40-man PvP group and just seeing what happens, you know? Like you might get killed, you might lag out, but like just if you haven't tried it, just try it, because it really does feel really cool, and it just sort of like reignites all of the passion that you have for your faction.
Well,
so.
and I do think that this would be something different. I mean, it's definitely something different, and you get some cool rewards out of it, and you get some you know, some faction pride for sure. But I mean, just the feeling of world PvP, because I haven't seen anything like this ever, really.
Yeah.
I mean, right? Because they're doing this because of war mode. Finally, they can do something like this. And so it's just a question of, I always kind of wonder how it's working out, because I am not necessarily one who's going to be having war mode on all the time. I'm going to want to do my quests, and then I'm going to maybe, if I have some time, just go, yep, all right, let's jump in. Let's go do something quick.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, you know, because like you don't necessarily have to feel bad for quote unquote ganking anybody in a call to arms area, because they've got war mode on, they know what they're getting into, you know? And if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to participate, you know what to do, you know? And it's a really great way that the WoW team is utilizing these zones that you probably would just, you know, if you're finished leveling, you might go to Nazmir for, you know, whatever, like some world quests or to pick up stuff or to farm or whatever, but you're not necessarily going to go back there and be like, I'm just going to hang out in Nazmir for a while, you know, because there's no real reason to. But if you're in a pack of 40 mowing down Alliance, you're going to be there for a while because it's freaking fun.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Well, with that, I think we're going to move on to the next little section here. And it's something that you actually came up with. Thyst.
Oh, no.
I know. It's weird. You came up with a segment for the show.
Coming up with things? Oh, God.
I know. And explain to people why you thought of this segment.
Sure. So we've all noticed you struggling to get back into WoW.
Oh man, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that noticeable. I was trying to hide it.
Yeah, you weren't doing a great job, but
you're doing with that pink wall,
right?
Yeah, struggling to hide your pink wall, but we all know what's under that ugly blue carpet. We know it, Pat.
Yes. For those guys who are wondering what the hell is going on, just watch the video, please.
It'd be funny if it came down like all of a sudden and hit you in the head for some reason. Because that's what things do.
Well, no, that's what happened. I told you before the show. I was trying to hang out some acoustic foam behind me to get rid of this awful pink wall behind me, and I was only using tape because I'm renting this place, so I didn't want to make any holes in the wall. And because I was using tape, it's crap. It just falls on you. So yeah, I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I was hoping. Didn't work.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, go ahead.
So what I thought was, I know this is not a new thing. Like this has been a thing that people experience since the dawn of time, or at least since WoW started. But when you find yourself feeling a little behind in World of Warcraft, it can be daunting to get back in. And I thought, since you are on that journey right now, it might be good to sort of talk about that a little bit, and because like it happens to everybody, it's unavoidable sometimes. Like IRL does get in the way of WoW, and sometimes you literally have to say to yourself, look, like I need to stop playing so I can get something done in my actual life. I've only done that once. It was so I could graduate from college. It was a bad idea. I mean, it was a good idea, but I felt bad at the time.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I just thought, like, if we could sort of like talk about
college. Ugh.
Yeah, who needs it? The degree in theater. I have a degree in theater. But I don't know. I just thought if we could talk about like what you're going through, maybe it would help people just sort of, I don't know. Because I don't know. It's the beginning of an expansion, and if you already feel like you're lagging behind your friends or your raid group or whatever, it can feel daunting. And a lot of times people just say, you know, I don't want to try. It's too much. I don't know what to do. So
and I think some of that is because when you take a look at some of the requirements for the different raids and stuff like that, it seems kind of daunting, especially if you are a player that is just coming in to the game, or maybe you're like me and you have a level 120, but it's not geared up quite well enough, and you're struggling. So it's like for me, I think I'm trying to think of where I'm at on my gearing. I think I'm basically around 325-ish, somewhere around there.
Right.
And so you know, that's kind of where I'm picking up, and like I felt like I had to buy a new weapon that was 100 item levels above the old one, and also cost $25K. And I'm like, oh yeah. So, you know, it's just kind of one of those things where you feel like you need to pick up those items because you want to go do things, right? Even if it's just LFR, you feel like you need all of these different items, and when you're already behind, it feels like you don't know what is going on anymore.
Right.
And so
it's very responsible of you. I feel like I don't need anything at all for LFR ever.
Well, and it's not necessarily for LFR, but it's for everything, right? So it's not just for LFR. It's so that you can go get more gears so that you can go do the next thing, whatever that is. You know, it's not like people are clamoring for gear just for LFR. I think that's kind of the stepping stone into raiding normals or doing mythic pluses or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
So it's kind of tough when you see like in chat and just like, you know, regular, you know, /2 in trade chat. It's kind of one of those things when you see item level, I need item level 350 or whatever for whatever they're doing. And I'm like, I'm nowhere even close to that. And I feel like I'm just like, ugh, why should I even be here? But I do the things, you know?
Yeah.
And
it's hard because like with World of Warcraft, there's not a lot of instant gratification, you know?
Sure.
Like it's you really have to work for what you have. And of course there's tons of exceptions to that statement, but on the whole, like if you're trying to catch up, if you're a month behind, you know, for example, like you are, there's a lot that you need to catch up on, and there's a lot of changes that have been made. And since it is the beginning of the expansion, like they're feeling out everything that's new, things are changing. And it's just, I think the real problem is like when you get back into it, you kind of have to like figure out what is most important to you. Like, do I need to level up still? Do I need to gear up to play with my friends? Like what is, you have to figure out like what your end game is.
Right.
Is it end game? Is my end game end game? That's not funny. But once you figure that out, WoW is awesome for many reasons, but one of the reasons is like it's easier nowadays to, you know, level up alts and to get caught up on things because there is so much content going on all the time. And you know, depending on how good your RNG is, like you could potentially get fairly geared in you know, a week, you know.
So
maybe.
So I have a questions for you guys. So now, what things do you do on a regular basis that is not raiding, that you use to either get gear or get resources or get Azerite power or whatever the case may be? What do you guys do on a regular basis to keep up with the Joneses? And Thorn, what kind of stuff do you do?
I mean, the good news is, I think one of my favorite things about modern Warcraft is that they changed a lot of things, depending on who you're talking to, from the things that you have to do to all of the things that are available for you to do.
Sure. Because
pretty much all of it's going to help you.
But
if you feel like doing world quests, that's a normal thing that's immediately available to everybody shortly after hitting 120. But that is going to move you forward.
That's not my question, though. Okay. My question is, what do you do?
Yeah,
okay.
Thorn.
What do you, Thorn? What do you do on a regular basis?
I mean, Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Because
that's a little complicated.
Well,
because
sure. Go ahead.
Well, because what I would have said for, pretty much anybody was that the answer to that question kind of depends on like where you are eye level wise. And some of those things would be things that would dictate kind of what I would be doing at that eye level, except that I'm experimenting with some things. So we were just talking about LFR. I just did that the other night so I could try a different spec out.
Sure.
And so I'm not trying those specs out, or I wasn't trying that spec out on those specific bosses with my raid team, but I wanted to try them out in LFR and see how they worked out.
Sure. Okay.
So that's one of the things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Plus LFR is giving me some of the gear that I can use, not gear, some of the resources that I can use in regular raiding, like the runes.
Sure.
Let's see. I'm still doing world quests from time to time because I need those for resources.
Okay.
I should be doing them more often. I'm not doing that. I'm not keeping up on what's the name of the world quest that you need? Thank you. I'm not keeping up with those. I'm just doing the ones that I feel like. I'm doing the ones for stuff that I need. And again, that's what I feel like is really great about the game right now, is that I don't have to do all kinds of stuff because I have to.
Right.
So world quest is one. I'm doing mythics. I'm pushing mythic keys once or twice a week if I can.
Okay.
That's just if our raid teams groups to get together. Right now we're putting together a bigger group of teams for the overall guild, for both guilds, I should say, so that people can group up for exactly that. And now that we have Warfronts back, I'll be getting back in there too.
Right. So do you guys do island expeditions at all, or did you try them and you're like, not really for me, or how have those worked out for you guys?
I love them. I think they're the best way to get Azurite. I don't know. I've never ever had a problem with them, and now that more loot drops, it's even better. When I switched from Fire to Frost, that's what I went and did first when I was feeling a little uneasy. I mean, obviously I went to the training dummies and stuff like that, but to me, like, island expeditions have always just been like, how do I want to spend like 10 minutes? And would I like to go and just kill a bunch of ads and mobs and stuff like that and try to get cool loot and get a ton of Azurite? And when I went Frost, I was like, okay, I need like, so I need something like that's like high responsibility, low consequence. Island expeditions, that's it. Because like, I can kill a bunch of stuff and see how I'm doing and work on my rotation and things like that, and also get a lot of rewards. Like if you do just a few heroics, you fill out your Azurite bar, and then you get like a 600 Azurite piece or something like that. Let's do that. I'm just saying.
Right.
And it's really fun. And now since the loot update, like I usually I'll fill up my bar for the week, and that usually means I'll get a new pet or like a cosmetic, or you'll have a chance for a mount or something cool like that. But I don't know, like I am eternally positive about WoW stuff. I admit that, but I really I've always enjoyed the island expeditions. I think they're just a cool little way to go and just kill some ads. See what happens.
Sure. One of the things that I saw actually was an article from the secret. What's the name of that Discord? The secrets one.
Secret Finding Club.
Whatever it is. I can't remember now, but they actually said
WoW secret finding. That's what the Discord.
But they were talking about they came out with a guide on island expedition rewards, and actually said that you could probably go through on normal and go through and do it just a ton of them, boom, 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 and basically do the same as like heroics or mythics, but it might take you another couple of times going through. But I mean, you go through fast. That's the nice thing. And for somebody who's in my position, normals, it's kind of the way to go. until I get
wrong with that.
Right. So
honestly, though, as with most content in WoW, like if you do it with friends, and especially if you're using voice communication, even doing like any of like the harder levels of island expeditions can be so easy. Like if you all know what you're doing, because I've found like I do them all the time, and I found like the hardest part about island expeditions is trying to figure out like, okay, who's gonna lead? Who's is there a tank? No. Okay, which squishy one of us is gonna lead? Guess it's me. Hope everybody follows me. I'm pinging the map. Hey guys, let's go over here. don't speak English. Okay, cool. I guess I'll just follow you. You know, like there's a lot of miscommunication if you're not communicating, and I think like that's like the worst part of Island Expeditions. But if you go in with your friends and you say, hey guys, I'm gonna lead, let's like look at the map, because like if you open up your map you can see where you need to go. Just say, hey, I'm pinging the map, let's go over here, and then just do it. And it's so easy and it's so much fun because you're with your friends and you probably like them. Yeah, you
most likely like your friends.
Probably.
You're not
and
wrong.
That's the thing, like if you're low eye level, it's not that huge of a carry if like somebody, you know, two of your friends who are higher eye level want to bring you in, you know. So that could be something you could do. And that kind of speaks to the larger one of the biggest solutions to catching up in WoW is utilizing your friend, your guild, social media to find groups that suit you, to find groups that don't mind carrying somebody.
Right. So, and group finder and stuff like that too. And so, I mean, make sure to use all those different resources out there, guys, for sure, on getting into all those different things. And like, I'm really intrigued by Warfronts because I haven't been through a full cycle yet. So now that we're in the gathering resources mode or whatever for the Alliance side, once the whole scenario kind of goes in, I'm kind of interested to see what happens. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect because I really haven't looked into it too much. So, but,
even if you don't think Warfronts are fun, it's literally 20 minutes of easy-ish content that guarantees you a 370 piece. Like,
I like that.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, Liz.
That's what I like. I like that stuff. So I'll just be doing Warfronts every day forever.
Well, only the first time. Oh. Only the first time. You don't get one every time.
Come
Pat.
on, man.
That
you
is
said it was Christmas. Oh.
Christmas comes but once a year.
This is only once a year?
No, but that's the song. Never mind.
Only once every year? Oh,
no,
man. That is a bummer.
I said Christmas was.
Oh, gotcha. So I think that's roughly it. So I mean, if you guys are catching up, like me, tell me how you're doing it, and then maybe we can group together because I still need lots of gear. So just hit me up at Pat Krane on social media. So there.
Or Snapchat.
Or at Pat Krane on Snapchat. Yes. Something.
Make sure to send a nice picture with it.
No pictures necessary. It's
a nice snap, yeah.
It's fine.
A nice filter.
It's fine. All right. Let's do a quick roundup of all the other different things. And it's only actually one other game that I really want to talk to you guys about. And that would be how about Overwatch?
You won't get rid of me that easily.
That's right. Junkenstein comes back.
Yes!
In Overwatch. So I look forward to this every year. We were talking about this last week, Thyst. It is the holiday treat that we all kind of love, I think.
Yes. It's when you can't justifiably throw a bed sheet over yourself anymore because you're too old. But I mean, did I tell you I did that one? Okay, just a few years ago, I threw a bed sheet over myself and then I got a pillowcase. And then when I went up to people's doors, I would crouch. So I looked short and I'd be like, trick or treat. And I got so much candy. You have no idea. But like, I felt bad.
You're a
straight up adult.
You're a bad person. Yeah.
A terrible person, but I sounded real cute, you know.
That's good.
But when you can't justify doing that anymore, hanging out in your own house by yourself playing Halloween themed Overwatch is just as good, if not better.
That is correct. I love this thing, and now you can play a couple more characters, right?
Yes,
Torb
Brigitte
and
Torb.
Brigitte,
I think you played Torb last year, and Widowmaker.
Yeah, Widow. So Brigitte, really liked playing Brigitte on that. It was awesome for melee stuff. So
yeah, I played her once today, and it was really nice to just stand near the door and just sort of like, flail at all the stragglers.
Well, and usually, and especially with because of the changes for Torbjorn, which we're going to talk about a little bit, you can also pretty much every match there was a Torbjorn that I was playing, and so you can just stand back and protect the turret as well.
My baby. Yeah.
When it starts getting really kind of rough or whatever. So yeah.
Oh yeah, and his new ultimate is perfect. You know, for this. It almost seems a little too easy. Although I haven't done it on hard yet. So. What?
Thorn, have you tried it out this year yet?
I have, and I quite enjoy it. I'm not as big a fan of Brigitte. I felt like it was just like a little repetitive, just because there's so much flailing. Right.
Well,
but it's, you know, every one of these characters gives you a new perspective on how to play it, right? So, you know, since the Junkenstein's monster is Roadhog, now you have Brigitte, and you can interrupt his drink with the stun. Right. So, you know, that's a nice thing, because otherwise you're using Zen or Ana, and Zen can't really do anything about that to prevent that other than putting a Discord orb on him. But Ana can either sleep him or Discord him so he can't heal. So she's kind of got two ways to counter that. So, but, you know, she is a little less mobile and doesn't have a shield. And so they all have these really good, you know, pros and cons. So it adds a new perspective, which I really like.
Yes, that's true. So I actually kind of really liked Brigitte only because of I was just running around stunning everybody. That's all I care. I was playing on normal. I was playing on normal. I was just like screwing around, and I'm like going, all right, well, let's see how Brigitte goes. And I didn't care. You don't have to protect anybody on normal too much.
Right. Yeah.
Really.
It's the next level up. There seems to be a little bit of a thing where some people go, oh, this is still easy, and then you end up losing.
Yeah.
It happens. It happened to me twice. I'm like, guys, it's called healing. We got to do this. We got to do this thing. Ugh. But
that's why I usually heal, because I don't trust anybody else to take care of it.
Yeah.
That's why I play soldier, actually. Because then that way I don't have to rely on anybody.
Self-healing.
Yeah.
Get over here and heal up.
That's right.
What
That is a rock. That is an eye.
What level are you playing at, Thorn? Because I know that you're kind of a big Overwatch person.
I played the whole gamut tonight.
Expert and all that kind of stuff, all the way
up to legendary.
Nice.
Did not finish legendary, but got pretty far. Got pretty close to finishing it, which was fun. And that challenge is nuts. It just really, really gets crazy. So
I bet.
And playing Ana in there is just whoa. You know, you miss a clutch shot to heal a teammate, and you know you all pay for it. So
there's just got to be like tons of mobs and stuff like that too. I mean, it's got to be nuts.
And with Symmetra's changes, now Symmetra throws a big wall.
Yeah, she does.
You know, so for somebody like Ana or Zen, like you're trying to throw. I don't remember if Zen's or healing orb goes through it or not, but Ana's healing shots definitely do not go through that. So, you know, that's another level of, you know, you're doing a lot of like. When I went into Legendary, I was with 3 other friends that were all in comms together. So that helped a lot, because in normal groups where you're just, you know, with whoever, you can't coordinate. So when the Sombra Summoner came up, I said, everybody on this side of the wall, if you want to come with me if you want to live.
Right. Right. Yep. It's definitely a cool little challenge and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. And let's talk about Torbjorn a little bit in particular, because with Torbjorn, he's got some changes going on. He's been going through the changes lately.
You know, it happens to every old Swedish guy.
Right? At some time in his life, he's going through the changes.
2018, why not?
Yeah. And so he's got a new ultimate. He's got a new way to lay down his turret. He's got a little bit speedier shooting going on as well, I think. And then he yells out, Torbjorn! Oh, my baby!
Certainly does.
That was good.
Thank you. Thyst, what are the new things?
Well, you just covered all of them.
Well, I know, but I mean, go into the specifics of everything.
Okay. So his primary fire, the projectile speed is increased from 60 to 70 per second, and the reload time is reduced from 2.2 to 2 seconds. And the turret targets enemy hit by primary fire. So his turret is now like you remember when you put it down and it would be level 1 and then you'd have to like go hammer time until it was level 2.
Yep. Pretty boring.
Now it's just level 2. Yeah, now it's just level 2. You can kind of throw it a short distance instead of like putting it down and building it. You can throw it a little bit.
Yep.
If you want to.
It's
so he's got a new ability called Overload, and it replaces Armor Pack. It temporarily grants 150 armor and increases attack, movement, and reload speed by 30%. And his new ultimate it's still called Molten Core, and he still yells Molten Core, thankfully, because we all love that throwback to WoW. But he switches his weapon from his like gun to his claw arm, and it lasts like 6 seconds, and it like shoots hot liquid magma in an area, just like wherever you want to put it. And so it's basically like an AoE, like don't stand in the poop situation.
Right.
And it's pretty great. Its base damage is 130. I think it comes out in like globs. So he's shooting like 10 globs out of his claw arm.
Yep.
And they land for 10 seconds. They bounce off walls and ceilings until they hit the ground. And damage increases from 130 to 190 against enemies who have armor.
Yep.
So it's something. And I love it. Like, I can't think of like any other hero who has an ultimate like that, except kind of for May, like where there's like an area that you can't stand in. Well, I guess Wrecking Ball now. So like Wrecking Ball in May, and now Torbjorn. So I think that makes him like, obviously they implemented these changes to make him more viable in all situations. But in Junkenstein's Revenge, it's really helpful when you've just got like a ton of mobs in an area and you're just like, I'm just going to Molten Core this.
Especially when you know where they're all going. Sure.
Yeah. And so super cool, super fun. Way more fun this way than just hammering your turret, so to speak.
Yes.
And
you can
then
still do it though.
Yeah, you can still do it to fix it and all that kind of stuff. But
you can hammer your turret all night long. It's fine.
But the other thing is that you don't have to worry about armor anymore. So unfortunately, we won't hear the line "Come get your armor." We won't hear that anymore. But that's okay.
And it's a little less viable for everybody else in that mode, actually.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that
one healer and that armor, it was like a whole world, and it's a lot harder to heal now without that.
Yeah.
But Aardvark still plays off, so it's fine.
So what was I going to say? You totally threw me off, guys.
I'm sorry.
Didn't mean to bring
all over you.
It's fine. It's totally cool.
Was it about liquid hot magma?
Probably. But it's pretty cool for him. The other things that I wanted to talk about for Overwatch goes are the different skins for the Halloween Terror.
So good. So good. Hammy the Ham Hamster is this weird scarecrow hamster coming out of a pumpkin, right? I mean, it's
exactly
just freaky.
That one's my favorite, I think.
Headless Farah.
Which one's your favorite?
I got the Vampire Reaper skin. I thought that was pretty cool. I think the 76 one though. The 76 one is
Slasher 76.
Yeah, Slasher 76.
That's really good.
I like that one too.
That one's pretty awesome. So, how about you guys?
Farah's Enchanted Armor. I like Hammond the best. I think Moira looks really cool. I think Sombra looks amazing as the Bride of Junkenstein.
Yes.
I definitely called Spider Widow.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. It makes sense.
And
that looks
Widow
really
for crying out loud.
Exactly.
Right.
Widowmaker, Widow Spider. What else is there? Swamp Thing. Doomfist is really, really cool.
It is.
What else is new? Oh, Pumpkin May is actually really adorable. She's wearing this little orange snowball as a pumpkin. I think that's really cute.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
Very cute.
There's this new emote for Bastion where he's a zombie, and so he kind of does like the zombie walk. But Ganymede, the bird, flies onto the ground, and then he does the zombie walk with his little wings. Oh my god, it's so cute! I can't believe how cute that is. It's ridiculous. But the coolest thing, I don't know if this was a thing beforehand. Maybe I just didn't notice or whatever. But if you log in on the title screen on the bottom right is a button now that says what's new. And then you click it, and then it shows you all of the things that are new with this patch.
Oh,
like,
that's cool.
Is that new? Like, is that new? Because the button didn't tell me if the button was new. So how would I know? I would not know.
It's newer. It's not new from Halloween in particular, but it's new-ish. It's new from the very last iteration.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's cool.
It's really convenient.
It's really handy because like every year it was kind of fun to just like go through every single hero and be like, is there a new skin? No. Is there a new emote? Yes. Is there a new spray? Oh, cool. You know, but now you can just see all the new stuff and it's much easier.
I like that as well. Thorn, do you have a favorite Halloween skin that is now available for you to win or whatever?
I'm a really big fan of Slasher 76 as well, but I think my actual favorite is probably the Banshee Moira.
It's not bad. I like that one. I like that one quite a bit. That one's pretty good. I don't know.
That's what I like so much about these two is every time a new set of skins comes out, there's a lot of disagreement on which one's the best one, and that means that they're doing a really good job of appealing to a wide range of people.
Exactly.
It's awesome.
Exactly. I'm not a huge fan of Headless Farah though. I'm not gonna go for that skin.
I love that.
But I have other better skins as far as I'm concerned for Farah, so I'm like, no, I'll use this other one. This other one's so much better.
Which one do you like the best, Pat? Like as far as Farah skins go, which one do you like? Jackal, I like that one quite a bit. That's the white one with the wolf head and the all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it for Overwatch. Anything else for Overwatch, guys? I think that's it. I know that for Heroes of the Storm we have Mal'Ganis coming up, and that's going to be in the game soon. And I was hoping that Gizmo was going to be here tonight. He was like, I think I'm 95% going to be there, and then today he went, nope, not going to happen. So
I hate when that happens.
I know.
I just want to make one last reminder about Overwatch.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get a bunch of the loot boxes for the new Halloween event, an easy way to do that, especially if you like the Halloween terror event itself, the Junkenstein's Revenge, just spam those.
Oh yeah.
You remember that if you do the arcade, every third win in the arcade gets you a loot box up to 3 of those. So that's a really easy way to get 3 of those. Plus, you just get one for logging in. So just show up.
I've already got 2 loot boxes because of that.
Ooh.
2 because of the arcade mode. And
so you can get on there.
Yeah, that's right. Just do it. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for today. Here, kids. As far as like the news stuff goes, I think that was a pretty good conversation that we had. So I'm going to play this music. But before we go, guys, why don't we let everybody know what's going on with us and how they can participate in whatever we're doing. Thorn, what are you up to, bud?
Hello.
Great story, bro. Okay.
I am Thorn. You can find me on Twitter at ThornBrow. You can find me on the Lagging Balls show.
Yeah.
And I will let Thyst do her great spiel about where all that is found.
Why do I always have to do it?
Because you're really, really good at it and way better at it than I am. Thanks, Thyst.
Probably true.
Also, it's definitely true. You can also find me on the show +5 to Hit, which is a Dungeons and Dragons show with Ro and TBK Zord and a few other guys who are all really fun. It's my first time, so be gentle because I'm really bad at it. But we're having a good time because I've never done Dungeons and Dragons before. That's called +5 to Hit.
I have never done D&D either, but it sounds like fun. I know that a lot of other podcasters have been having a lot of fun with that recently. It's been kind of like a resurgence in D&D stuff. So cool.
Yeah, very much so.
+5 to hit.
Yes.
Right on. Gotcha. Thyst.
Yes.
How about you? What's going on with you?
How about you? What's going on, Patrick Krane? What's going on?
Oh boy.
Sorry.
No. Go for it.
Hello, my name is Thyst. legally. You can find me at Thyst03 on a lot of things like Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. But you can mostly find me on the Lagging Balls show. That's like a Blizzard show. It's kind of like this one, except a lot worse, with a lot more swears.
Way worse.
Way worse. Way more swears. We recently, we are now available on Spotify.
Hey, nice.
Nice. Thank you. But we do that weekly, so you can find that everything you need at laggingballs.com or at laggingballs on Twitter. It's not PG or anything like that. You can also find me on the BattleNet Sports Show, which I believe is coming back soon, right, Pat? Huh, Pat?
Yeah,
What's going on, huh, Pat?
yeah. Let's do it tomorrow. You want to do it tomorrow?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. And by the way, did you know that CTR is also on Spotify?
Yay!
Well, we've been there for a while.
Oh,
Yay!
I see.
We're like hipsters of podcasts on Spotify. We were there from the beginning, man. No,
Wow.
not from the beginning of Spotify, by any means. But
I mean,
we've been
pretty
there
early
for a
on.
while. We've been there
The
for a while.
Libsyn route.
It's nice.
Smart way to do it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Pat, where can everybody find you?
Pat Krane with a K on most social media, and of course at Convert to Raid. So I'll bail on that music and then I'll play this stuff. Where you guys can join in on the conversations that we're having anytime. Just feel free to jump on over to converttoraid.com. Join the Bazooba Nation over there. That's where we have all of the things. We have our videos, we have our audios, we have Discord info, we have guild info, our swag store, a bunch of stuff. And we also have the Convert to Raid podcast network, which features you guys, along with all of our regulars from both BattleNet News and BattleNet Sports. So that's pretty cool as well. That's all I got. And you can follow us at Convert to Raid on Twitter and whatnots, wherever you can find us on socials, etc. And that's going to be it for the show. Thorn, Thyst, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It was
so
a
much.
very pleasant time. I had a pleasant
thank you.
time chatting with you guys, as always.
Yes, you did.
It was
Thank
a little.
you, sir.
It got a little weird in the middle, but I think we managed to iron it all out, so it's fine. It's fine now.
Fist and I are known for being weird in the middle.
Right.
For yourself. I'm just kidding. He's totally right.
It's all good.
We actually reeled it in a lot today, Pat. Like, we're trying real hard.
Really did.
I congratulate you both.
So hard.
I want to thank everybody in Twitch chat, and of course you guys at home or in the car, wherever you are. Thank you so much for bringing us along with you. We really do appreciate it every single week. And it's nice to be back. It's nice to be settled into this show again. My second week back since the move. It's been fun. It's been good. It's been a good time.
Congratulations on the outpost.
Yes. Oh, the
Well
outpost.
done.
That's what it should be. I think it was just the command post, but maybe the command outpost. Let me know what you think, guys. The command post, command outpost.
What's the difference between an inpost and an outpost?
It's not an inpost, number one. It's
One's
just
an
a
innie, one's
post
an outie.
or an outpost. I don't know. All right, we're going to go.
Where are we going?
Away. Thanks,
Out.
everybody, for coming along on the ride, on this weird, wild ride, and we will see you next time. For everybody here at Convert to Raid, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. And out with the music. That's what you have to do. I guess
That was really good.
my radio days are paying off. I know where my music is gonna end. I've done that a few times on the show now. I've done that like, I want to say 10 times where I've ended with the music.
Out of this many episodes?
Out of the 4,000 episodes, I've done like 10 times.
Oh, there's been 4,000.
No, there's not been 4,000 episodes.
How many have there been though?
There have been, I'm trying to remember where we ended up with the CTR, because we switched our numbering, because with the BattleNet News, we started at number 1 again. We are almost at 100 for BattleNet News. So we're getting close. We're getting close to there. But I don't know
What are you
the
going to
actual
do
numbers.
to celebrate?
I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to just
do it.
be like,
I'm not done. You know what,
just gonna be like,
actually?
guys, I'm just done.
I'm done.
Outpost out.
Right.